Hello, my name is Tappan Parker, and I lead Outreach and Engagement for Systems Change Lab, a project working to monitor, learn from, and mobilize action towards transformational shifts needed to protect both people and planet. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief walkthrough of the Systems Change Lab platform, showing you how to navigate and access all of our research and data. This page here is our home page, which you can navigate to by going to systemschangelab.org. Our homepage provides you with a high-level overview of who we are and some of our high-level pages that can help you start exploring the site, as well as our latest events and insights. From the left-hand navigation bar, you can click on About and then go to our Getting Started page to get more of an overview of the tool, how our framework of systems, shifts, and indicators works, where you can find specific information as well as get a few examples of how to use this in your own work. Our Systems and Shifts page, also called Explore Shifts, can be accessed from the Data and Research tab. This lets you get a high-level overview of our framework for systems change all in one place. Here you can see the 15 systems we need to transform, such as power, cities, and freshwater, and the over 70 critical changes, what we call shifts, that can help us achieve those transformations, such as phasing out coal, increasing access to resilient and affordable urban services, and restoring and protecting freshwater ecosystems. You'll notice each shift has a set of outcome indicators we are tracking progress against, which you can see by hovering over them. The progress box is to see some that are on track and many that are off track or well off track as well. You'll also see that each shift has a set of enablers and barriers that can potentially unlock transformative change. I'll talk more about those in a moment. Some systems don't yet have indicators. These are systems that we haven't yet published research for, but which we are hard at work developing and which will be coming soon. You can use this page to navigate to systems we have published research and data for, or you can use the navigation bar on the left-hand side to do that as well. Clicking on a system will take you to its system page. This page provides you with a high-level overview of the most important highlights from that system, its shifts, relevant outcome indicators, and a write-up explaining what the system is, why it matters, and what needs to change to achieve our goals. Further down are quick summaries of the system's different shifts, as well as a PowerPoint deck with selected indicators and visualizations that you can take to use in your own presentations. Shift pages, which you can get to by clicking on the name or clicking the Explore button here, detail the transformations needed, providing both additional details and a short write-up, and possibly a relevant article or event, followed by more information on how we are tracking progress towards both targets and enablers and barriers to this change. You can also find additional resources relevant to a particular shift, such as insights articles, blogs, event recordings, and more at the bottom of the page. And you can navigate all of this by clicking this bar up here. Expand and explore on an indicator will open up an indicator window, which will provide you with both a short write-up, available for all of our indicators, and data for the indicator where it's available. Every indicator that has data will have an interactive timeline view and likely a yearly change chart view if we have multiple years of data. Outcome indicators with targets will show you science-based targets we need to achieve by 2030, and sometimes 2040 and even 2050, to stay in line with climate and biodiversity goals to protect the planet. Some indicators will also explain whether we think an S-curve is likely or unlikely to occur in the future, and you can find that in the bottom left, and if you hover over this box, you will get a definition for what this might mean. You can also click on the I button in the top right-hand corner to learn more about the data and methodology behind particular indicators. And in the bottom right, we provide you with options to download an image, download the data itself, share a link to the indicator, or even embed the indicator on your own web page if you so desire. Clicking Next will bring you to the next indicator in the section you're in. As you can see, some indicators have country-level data as well. When available, you can select data for different countries in the top right-hand corner to assess how different countries are making progress, either by looking at them individually or comparing them to each other and to where the world is making progress. You can also look at this data on our map view. Or in a table format, where you can sort by country name or by different years of data. Some indicators also have disaggregated data. When we have this, it is often by technology, and we have two ways of viewing this, either in an area chart or a line chart. Enabler and barrier indicators have similar features, but don't have a global target. In other systems, such as in industry under commercializing new solutions for cement, steel, and plastics, we may have a separate categorization to help you sort through all of these enabler and barrier indicators. Some indicators also lack data, and in some cases may have more information coming soon. When this is the case, you can click on the Learn More About Data Gaps page, which you can also get to from our Data and Research tab, to learn more about why it's important, what kinds of data gaps there are, and how we're hoping to fill them. You can see there's a lot of information available on the platform, and we've only clicked on 2 of over 70 shifts. To help you navigate this overwhelming amount of information, we've also developed our data dashboard, which you can get to by clicking Data and Research and going to Dashboard here. The dashboard has 2 views. A pinwheel view for seeing the whole picture of how we're doing on systemic change across all of our systems. This pinwheel view is interactive and you can click around to see more. And there's also an option, of course, to download this image or share a link to it as well. On the left-hand side, you can also tour this page to get a sense for all of the different options available. The second view, and my favorite view, is our grid view. This also has a tour this page option as well. This view is a searchable and filterable dashboard of all of our indicators on the platform. As you can see, there's quite a bit of data across both our targets and our enablers and barriers. But the dashboard can do a lot, from helping you find key interconnections within and between systems, to just helping you filter down from this overwhelming amount of data to find a specific indicator or set of indicators you may be looking for. You can filter by system, by which indicators have country-level data, as well as sometimes by type and by status. When an indicator does have country-level data, it will update here to actually show the country's data itself. Not every indicator has country level data, as you can see here, and you can learn more about why on our data gaps page. But where we do have it, this section will update to show that data for the specific country you've selected. As I mentioned, you can also filter by type for outcomes and enablers and barriers, as well as either by status for outcomes and by category for our enablers and barriers. You can also use the search bar up top to find specific information. For instance, if you're interested in where we can reduce certain energy or material intensive practices across systems, for instance, in cities, industry, transport, and more. Or perhaps are interested in where we need more jobs. Last but not least, I want to mention a few other pages that exist on our platform. First, we publish a lot of data and we want you to use it. So you can always visit our download data page to download everything we have available, either through downloading all available data or using our search function and filtering down to specific data that you might be looking for. You can also read more about the methodology behind Systems Changelab, including for each of our systems on our methodology page. You can also find our flagship report, the State of Climate Action Report Series, on our publications page, as well as any other major publications or technical notes, including previous methodologies that we've had and published. We also regularly publish new research, case studies, and more as part of our insights. You can reach this either by going to Data and Research and clicking on Insights, which will give you a filtered view, or clicking News and Insights. Here, you'll find articles and new research on why change happens, more updates with the platform, and more. For our insights in particular, we often cover where we're seeing rapid change occur, lessons that can be applied to other systems, and more. In many cases where we do have these articles, you'll find exciting new visualizations, a very long write-up that really tries to dig into what change we're seeing and why, and quite a bit more. So please check them out. We also regularly host or participate in events and webinars, and you can see what's coming and register for events or see recordings from previous events on this page. And so there's a lot to explore on the platform. If you ever feel overwhelmed or you just want to know what you can do with all of this, you should always feel free to go back to that Getting Started page that I mentioned earlier. You can also go to our Frequently Asked Questions page if you need help as well. Thanks for watching. I hope this walkthrough has been helpful. Please do feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or comments at contact@systemschangelab.org. Thank you and have a great day.